Hi there. So today is the beginning of April, and I've had a really rough week. And first, I had decided to switch over to using SDHC. I'm sorry, whatever, HCSD, whichever you say it, high capacity SD card to do more videos and stuff, because the one I was using, I had just let it build up and up and up, and it kind of screwed up on me. This one did. My old one, that's still faithful. When I started using this one, my camera kept saying, "Oh, you unable to use this media." I'm like, what? So I would blow into the camera and I would stick it back in, and it started working again. And then I had recorded a whole bunch of videos, and while I was uploading them, transferring them to my laptop computer, it lost its formatting somehow. It was asking me every time after that, do you want to format this media? And I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. So I found a software online, and I was able to use $40 via PayPal to get something that would recover these files. So if there is a file that it's gone off of an SD card, what you could do is just do like a quick format and then use a software like this, and you can recover files. It did mostly that. Most of the files I could recover them, so whew, that was nice. Then I was sick in bed for like 3 days straight, and today's my 4th day, and I'm actually, it's not a struggle to get up and walk around. I haven't been this sick in a very long time. I went to the doctor, I had my nostrils raped with the thing all the way up in there to check my boogers, and that she drew blood, and she couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. She says it's like I have a flu, but it's not a flu. So I was testing negative for the flu. So she put me on antibiotics, which, it's not really my first choice, but in cases like this, I just want to get better. So that worked. So good. So this morning, actually, I was going to upload this video, and so I was just kind of moving files around, and I noticed that there was one file, and I have on my computer. I have, like, in my documents, there's a models folder, and that's where I'm storing all of my videos and stuff, because I've been mostly using my laptop this whole time because my desktop pooped out on me, and I'm now finally getting it to work again. But there was a file I wanted to move into one of the build video folders, and it said it's already there. Do you want to overwrite it? And I'm like, I'll not cancel it. And I just hit the delete button, and it says, oh, the object is too large to put into the recycle bin. Shall we delete it? I'm like, okay. It didn't say what the object was. Apparently, when I had clicked cancel, it had deselected that one file, and the whole directory, the models directory, was selected. And when I hit the delete button, it deleted everything. Oh, God. So, there is a program called Recover64, and that one's free. I didn't have to pay for that one, and I was able to recover a lot, but I lost so many videos. A lot of the work I've been doing on the vehicle collection, the Y-Wing, the Millennium Falcon, some other stuff too, and it was just really disheartening. Some of the stuff I was able to kind of improvise, I guess, but yeah, it can be just really disheartening sometimes. This hobby, So part of the way I enjoy the hobby, though, is to, you know, do these videos and share it with people. So there's something I've been considering doing for a while now. You know, maybe sometimes doing all the work on these videos can just be kind of disheartening, and it can get frustrating and such. So what I'm thinking of doing is with this new year, maybe I might do a complete format switch to my videos. You know, because a lot of times people are wondering, hey, you know, what happened to the DeLorean, and why aren't you doing that and stuff, and I just get really distracted a lot. You know, I'm working on one model, and then another model comes along, and I'm like, gosh, that looks really, really great. I want to start working on that, and then I start working on that one instead. And so when I see pictures like this, the first thing that comes to mind is, what does the inside of her nose smell like? Does it smell like the inside of my own nose? Come to think of it, what does the inside of my own nose smell like? Is it different from other people's? How would I ever know? Maybe the way the world smells to me is different from other people because somehow I'm not like everybody else. And, you know, like, for example, the smell of strawberries, while it might smell great to me, maybe it smells even better for most people, and I would never know that. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I get easily distracted. And so anyhow, there's something I want to do, and maybe I'll make this video my first attempt at this. You know, doing these build videos, it does a lot of work. It requires a lot of work. So what I want to do is something completely new. I want to do a modeling video that's never been done before. Okay? I want to do something that is just unique. And I've decided what I want to do is doing model reaction videos, modeling videos, and me reacting to those videos. Everybody likes reaction videos, don't they? I mean, look how popular they are on YouTube. Gosh, they get so many views. So I think maybe what I need to do is, you know, I'm kind of stressing myself out, you know, doing all these model builds and such, but I think probably what would really boost me and my channel would be just to do reaction videos. Okay, so here we go. This is the Airfix 1/72nd scale Saab 35 Draken Part 3 by Rebels at Cloud 9. I got it loaded up in the media player, and let's react. Okay, let's start this in 1, 2, 3, go. Air raid!
Alright everybody, I left the decals out. It's they've been sitting in the sun, and it's time to use them now.
Decals.
And
he says
they
decals.
have bleached out quite a bit.
He says
There's
decals,
still
I say
a little
decals.
tint of yellow, but they're actually much it's kind of just the paper.
Gyrus
I'm pretty
says
sure is yellow.
decals.
The decals themselves look
That's
very clean.
I'm an American,
So this
so I
was
say
only
decals.
about 3 days. Excuse me, 3 days, and they're done. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with those. So I'm just gonna show you what I did here. I tried painting in all the panel lines and stuff, kind of did some post shading. I still need to do some research on it and figure out better methods on how to do it. It's not bad, but I'd like it to look better is all. And then right here, it kind of made this spider, and I
Spiders!
stupidly went like this and smeared it there, so it's got this big smudge mark.
That looks good.
But then I remembered someone in a recent fine scale modeler stating how dirty aircraft become.
Really?
And I went and actually looked up the Draken online, and I found, you know, most of them are clean because they're static displays. But I did find one and it was absolutely filthy. I mean, it was
Filthy.
just there was tar, not tar, oil and stains everywhere. It was just a mess, and so I went ahead and added more
I know the
and started
SR-71
streaking
Blackbirds are really
these
filthy.
marks down it. And I
It's
actually kind of
constantly
like it
leaking
because
out all over the
it's
place.
something I've read about in a couple of magazines and I've wanted to try. And yeah, I got to do it there. And I got to show you guys this because this is super cool. I painted the nose. I painted these white and black lines on it, and it looks pretty awesome. I'm quite happy with this. So look at that. I just think that looks great. So what I'm gonna do is decal it, and when I'm gonna add like the weight in the nose, that's gonna be like one of the last things that I do, just so I don't accidentally break the tip of that off there. So anyways, let's see how these decals work here. I want, there are no numbers, and the decaling instructions are quite vague. They just say put this one there, that one there, that one there. All these ones, they go there, there.
Yeah, wow.
That's part of the fun about buying
a Tron poster behind me. Look at this.
model kit. You never know.
Got a laser coming out of my head.
You never know what you're gonna
great.
get, how the instructions are gonna be like. At least you get sort of decaling instructions with this one. I've had a couple older kits where the instructions were basically, non-existent. And yeah, I had to go online or use the box art to figure out where they went. But yeah, like I said before, one of the reasons I was so excited about buying this particular kit, this box, was the decals are really, really nice. And I'm only going to use Microset and Microsol. I've got them over here on the side. And I think that's going to be enough. I don't think I need any strong solvents for this build. Pretty sure that'll do nicely. So, and this was the reason why I wanted this kit in particular, or for these awesome looking checker patterns on the tail. I really like this. They're actually a lot brighter now that they've got the water on them. Like the yellow's more intense. But yeah, I can see no yellowing except for the yellow color that's already there. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out the other side.
Does the color yellow get more yellowed?
This kit also doesn't have as many correct stencils. I'm not sure about the Hasegawa kit. I'm sure the Hasegawa kit has tons and tons of stencils, but it's actually quite a lot of stencils to put on this aircraft in general. So it's interesting to study this plane, all the stuff that they've done on them, and it's just a really cool model, or I should say subject. But I'm gonna keep an eye out for the Hasegawa or even the Revel Hasegawa kits, because I would really love to build this again, but build a kit where I don't have to do as much work. And plus, I really like these glossy versions that they have.
Whenever people use the
of
idiom
the
"keep an eye out," I always think
they
of
kind of
that,
look like a sports car
that old lady
to me,
in the Dark Crystal. She could pop her eye out and
some kind of
look
a
around,
racing car.
you know,
It's got this beautiful
periscope.
finishes and
she
artwork
can
painted
keep
on
an
the
eye
top.
out easily.
Kind of a perfect subject to do something like that with. So they're not lifting, which does happen with older decals. Like some Matchbox decals, yeah, don't even bother in a way. They just take forever. You have to actually move them. No, I'm just gonna leave them there, soak up water. So I'll be back once they're done. I'm not gonna force them. I'm just gonna let them do their thing, and they'll lift whenever they want to. So unfortunately, these are very old. They are really showing their age, but I did manage to get that one to lift, and I'm just gonna have to soak them, which is why it's nice to have something like Microset. Microset is like a decal glue, helps them adhere more to to the surface, and then microsol helps them melt down and conform to the surface. And let me just see, how does this fit on here? I'm going to use the box. Why? It's in color. Kind of this little rinky-dink black and white. Not bad, but it's a little harder to see. That was one of the hard things with the last build. I had to do the same thing with this one. The Matchbox kit didn't have anything for the other side of the model as far as the decals go. So I think it's a bit. Actually, it looks like it just needs to be higher. Just by a little bit. Yeah. It's just a little higher. Let me see if I can move it. Looks good already. Ah, there we go. So yeah, I want to put it above. Yeah, just needs to be down. It's like each of the points need to be on the silver, but you can't quite do it because of the angle. Yeah, I think that's about where it'll sit. Oh yeah, I got one comment from somebody. I don't know if they were panicking or they were just concerned, but yeah, I touch decals with my bare hands all the time.
You're a madman! You're a madman!
I think it's fun. I'm not scared of decals. I know there's some people that don't like them, and I understand. Because yeah, it is a bit of a tricky thing to get them to work properly.
Yeah.
And they're kind of the tie-in piece of your model. Getting them to work can be difficult, but for me personally, I love decals because again, they're the finishing piece. And for me, using my hands, I've been building models steadily since I was about 4. Really got into it more when I was about 8.
4 years old.
And so it's the way I've always done it.
Oh, my daughter was about
kind
4 when she did a
I guess
Gundam,
in a way
but
comfortable that way.
that's
So it's
different.
It's not like I've kind of got a knack for knowing what they're going to be like.
She only did like the little tiny little Gundam. It wasn't like a
yeah,
real
you're right. You should
one.
take every care you can when you're handling decals. Like I don't mess around with the decals when I'm working on the model. I put them away. I will actually package them up and store them someplace entirely different from the model, so I don't actually accidentally scratch them or something. But that looks great, hey? Look at that. Haha. I love it. Can't wait to see that on the rest of them. And one thing I just checked out, I just noticed on the instructions that the pattern on the bottom goes over the wheel well doors, the landing gear doors, and I was like, oh great, I'm gonna have to cut them out, but nope, Airfix already did it. They're right there on the bottom.
Oh,
so
that's good.
Awesome. Quite excited about this. And so one of the things I also like to do, I've mentioned this before, is I decal from the tail to the front, and then I let them dry, and that's always just so I have some place to hold the model.
You're out of
You
control.
know, if you kind of work your way from the tail and then you start doing the wings, you have to flip it around, you have to do the other side of the wings, you might accidentally grab the tail. Again, for me it's all just precautionary work.
Like I'll find a decal
Start
on
at the
my
tail,
hand.
I work my way down the fuselage to the front.
I have to look on the
Once
model
that's
and
done and
check
dry, I'll probably give it a clear coat of future. That way I can touch and handle them. Again, this is after the decals are dried.
Decals are
and then
really
I'll proceed on
for
to
me.
the wings. And it does take longer to do, but again, better safe than sorry. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up the rest of the tail and the model here, and for whatever it's worth, I'm having a ton of fun. So
Well, I'm glad you're having fun.
I'm going to go and get at it, because I love this part. This is man, I just love this. I can't wait to see the rest of the model. All done up like that.
Drums in the deep. They're coming. I like the checkerboard with the yellow checkers. It looks really cool. Kind of reminds me of like a Taxi. That was a fun show. I used to watch Taxi when I was a kid. You know, Christopher Lloyd, Danny DeVito, a bunch of other people from that show. I like the stripes too, that's great. He also did a really good demonstration on how to paint wheel wells, so that was pretty useful.
Alright everybody, here she is. She's all done and finished the Draken. Release the Draken. Here it comes. So, this was a very, very fun kit. I'm just going to get through here really quick some of the last finishing touches that I did. As you can see here, I added on the drop tanks and the missiles and the pylons and stuff. Added on the gear doors. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but I made them out of copper, little copper sheet, just so they would be thinner. Copper is a nice material because you can cut through it pretty easily, get fairly accurate shapes, and it takes primer and paint pretty well. So I like to use that. So yeah, I added on all that, and those were all just super glued on there. Intakes were added. Removed the masking around the windows. Unfortunately, some particles had got through, so I actually had to pull it off, clean it, and glue it back on. And some of the future got through, but that was really easy to clean up. I just took a toothpick and just scratched it off, polished it over with some Novus again, and then added on added on the flat coat, and I was good to go. So I'm quite happy with this, really happy with this project actually. Not even quite happy, I'm really happy with this one. I did a lot of new techniques of scribing it and stuff like that, which, you know, it's quite a tedious process, and definitely there was points where I thought to myself, why the heck did you even bother doing this? You know, you idiot, you should have just built the kit. But I'm glad I did it, because I did learn quite a bit of what to do, what not to do. The scribing on this is not really that good. It's quite thick, but what I learned out of it makes it all worthwhile. So for me, I'm quite happy about that. The kit itself is really good for its age. It's made in the 70s and is still a really, really fun model. So
I was made in the 70s.
I would never pay more than the $5 I spent on this one for it again. If I found it, you know, on eBay or something, and it was $5 plus shipping, yeah, I would go at it. But if, you know, and the ones I've seen, they want like $28 plus shipping. It's not worth it. It's not near worth that. Next time, if I had my choice, I would much rather go and shove out the money and buy one of those nicer new tooled Hasegawa kits. They're much more expensive, but you're getting a lot more out of the kit than you are, you know, with this vintage Airfix kit. So, but again, that being said, it's still a good kit. So if you find it, I would say definitely pick it up. It's not one of these, you know, really decrepit older kits that are very hard to put together. This is very, very nice to put together. Everything fits pretty well. I think the only thing I could really ever complain about it is the raised panel lines, and even that's really not worth complaining about. But like I said, I had a lot of fun doing all these little extra additions on here, like cutting off the intakes, sealing them off, sealing off the wheel wells. I'm really glad I did that, because that was, for me, a big test of can I do it, and I'm really glad that I was able to pull it off. because it was kind of like, in theory, I should be able to do this, but at the end of it all, I was able to do it. So, like I said, I'm quite happy about that. And the panel line wash, it looks okay. It does show the flaws. I've always had a difficult time drawing a straight line, and which is a bit of a curse because my father is a professional artist and he can just straight line. So when you see these, they're like, some of them are very wavy.
I can
but
mail
again,
you
that was
some
all
of this,
just
Jared.
part of the fun of learning how to build it.
It's for scribing.
So, yeah, like I said, if you find this kit for a few bucks, buy it. Don't spend more than $5 on it though. It's not worth it. It's a good kit. It's good to have just a bit of fun one. If I had another one, I would definitely be building it right now. It's really fun, but I would not go through the trouble of rescribing the entire thing. So, just like to say in closing here, guys, a big thanks to Rob at Basic Modeling. He was really helpful in letting me bug him about what these aircraft were, as far as colors go, as far as what they did, as what they had on at this particular period in time. The list goes on and on and on. I kept bugging him over and over. So thank you so much, Rob. I really do appreciate that. And do yourself a favor, if you haven't already, I'm sure most of you have, because he's a really great modeler. Go check out his channel. I will have a link to that down below in the video description. So thanks everybody for watching this build. I hope you've enjoyed it. It certainly was a lot of fun to get to build finally. And again, I look forward to finding one of the Hasegawa ones for a decent price. I'm going to snag it up and definitely going to build it. And so this one's going to go on my shelf next to the Matchbox Viggen that I built last year. And I'm just going to love looking at them both. It's really fun. Beautiful airplane. So again, thanks everybody for watching this. I hope you've enjoyed it. You can leave a comment down below if you like. There will be more modeling videos coming up in the near future. That's about it for me. This is Rebels of Cloud 9. If I haven't taught you anything, at least you've learned what not to do. I'll see you guys next time.
And now you're rocking with Draken. Okay, well, that's it. And I believe with this video I can just revitalize and renovate the YouTube modeling community with this fantastic new idea of making model reaction videos. I'm sure it'll catch on like wildfire. I think it's a really great idea. What do you think, Mr. Horse? Did you like the video?
No, sir, I don't like it.
Yeah, well, maybe you're right. Maybe it's a stupid idea. I give up. Whatever.